Dude, that is the one thing that's so funny to me about LA is the sheer amount of times I've driven past someone with the hood of their car open and like just fire emitting from the battery, and they're just like whacking it with their shirt.
Yeah.
And the whole freeway is just fucking just prowling by at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, they don't really give a shit. They're like, okay, bye. I can't stop.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah, I've been in traffic for 4 hours. I can't stop now.
I'm going to Pink's Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
Move.
I'm going to Pink's Hot Dogs. Yeah, I love it. It's such a great spot. Yeah, I've been in the city for a while. I'm an LA native by this point.
You know, it's hard to make friends, but you know, you find your way.
You'll find your way. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
I'm liking it. I found a bar in Burbank. They allow cats and board games, so that's been pretty cool. That's been kind of my jam. The city's been a little bit more expensive, so I moved all the way out to Riverside. But you know, I work in West Hollywood, and it's okay. The drive's only like 4 hours a day. It's like
it's easy.
And that's just there.
It's easy.
Yeah,
it makes it easy.
People complain about the drive. I don't really understand. You know, you just throw on a podcast or 2 or 4 or 6, and you know, you're just there and back.
Yeah. You watch a season of your favorite show to work, and then another season, or you rewatch the season, so you remember what happened on the way back home, which is really fun.
Bingo. My name is Stretch.
This is the last time you mess with Stretch.
And Fade.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the most psychedelic, the most luxurious, the most tantalizing audio-visual experience. I take that back. Shout out Sean Gardini. I'm not taking away from their show. But welcome everyone to Stretch and Fade. I'm here with none other than the person that really, I think this whole podcast really is just a way to listen to you, Hunter, if I'm being real.
No. I am your perpetual guest. I think that this is the Noel hour, and I'm here, and I'm just the rude guest that talks over too much, is what I would say.
Dude, no. The clips that bang is you. So I think this is you.
That's just because I'm tapped into the youth, dude.
You are, actually.
I'm a young buck. I ask
really
the hard-hitting questions. You know what? Let's start it off with this, dude. Let's try to make a fucking clickable moment with you. And you have to give somebody a nice... Give us a nice question that we could bait somebody like at the beginning of a fucking TikTok. You know? Like we had the one that was like, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Give me one of them.
I got it.
Okay.
You want to know the dark secret about the Grimace Shake?
What is that?
I didn't think this far. You just wanted me to come up with a question.
I think that they do is what they're going to do is they take purple pens and they blend them up into a fucking blender and they take all the ink, but it's like microplastics, extreme microplastics. And that's what's the color of the dye. And that's how, so people are, I bet you 3 people get cancer just out of the Grimace Shake. That's what I have to say. Just from the microplastic. Too much microplastics in the Grimace Shake.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone thinks the Grimace Shake is a fun meme, you know? Haha. I'm gonna try the Grimace Shake and waste it. It actually has like FDA illegal ingredients in there. I think it causes like gangrene and for some people vitiligo. So all the people that are just dumping the shake on their face, you know, you're putting the Grimace spunk all over your face as though it's the money shot. Well, congratulations. You're about to have a skin disease.
If I had my way, right, if I could make another... I've already made a Grimace cartoon, all right? I've already done it. Been there, done that.
Finish what you're saying, but keep that dietary stat up. That was insane. Go ahead.
Okay. The dietary stat can stay down. My God. That is not a healthy meal. I mean, what are we expecting here? I tell you what, though, if I'm ever in a fucking swim meet, I'm going to be sure
No. This bit just ends, Hunter, and you're just like, my God. And then you just have the Grimace Shake in your hand and you're just tossing it in a trash can. Oh, fuck.
If I had to make another video with this, I would do this. I'd have a bunch of grimaces all in these pins, right? And this guy's walking down the alleyway. He's just like,
Well, it's about milking season time for them grimaces down there. And I think old Betsy at the bottom's getting ready to curdle.
And what it is they let the grimaces, they get their tits full of fucking big milk all year, right? Probably, I mean, years of milk. And then they celebrate every once in a while, every once in a blue moon on a birthday, they milk them, and it's all curdled fucking purple milk. And that's what's the grimace deal. And they take them up, they fucking put these suction cups right underneath their fucking big tits. And all these, they have like fucking Guatemalan children on the end with like tubes just trying to suck it out like it's fucking gasoline in a car, like siphoning gas. They're like, I don't. And they're like, don't drink it, you'll get sick. And they're like, I can't, senor. And they're sitting there doing that. And then all of a sudden, this big fat cat, Ronald McDonald, with his hair slicked back like he's fucking Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, comes back. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, do you not like the Grimace Shake? And he's like, oh, senor, my taste buds I can't do it anymore. And he's like, get to sucking! And he sits there and he just watches the guy just suck out this fucking curdled milk like a big fucking, like 6 teaspoons of just fucking Grimace yogurt just falls onto the ground. He's like, yeah, hey, look at you. You're my little milking boy, aren't you? And he's rubbing his head like that. I'd probably go in that direction. I don't know where it would end. If anything, I bet the Guatemalan children, they'd be like, I'm not going to take this anymore. And they bust down the barn door, and all the grimaces run free, and their tits are just huge, and they're milking themselves just to leave it, because, you know, you're supposed to milk cows because it's painful for them. Yeah. So he's sitting there, and he's like, he one of the cows that, you know, they triumph over the McDonald's franchise, and the Guatemalan kid, he's like, I'm going to miss you, Betsy. I'm going to miss you. And the grimace is like, I love you, Carlos. Like that. And they hug, and they run free. And that would be like a nice run-free, chicken run kind of ending. Wouldn't that be nice?
I think so, man. I think the use of Guatemalans is just wildly progressive as well. I like that.
I think that it gives it a nice, it's just a nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's inclusive. I like it.
I tell you what, though, you can't fault McDonald's for those fries, huh?
What do you mean?
It's just good fries. Good system.
Also, you were like, let's make a little clip for you, and then you proceed to just give us this absolute...
Fuck, you're right. Well, how about this? Sorry,
no. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm actually very happy. I'm
like Macaulay Culkin, and remember Pagemaster? Remember that movie?
No, we're not going to talk about Pagemaster. No. I want to look at these dietary stats. Bring those back up. Just... Hunter over here being like, could you imagine if we sucked and fucked Grimace for a bunch of his yogurt and we made milk out of it?
I said
anyway,
nothing about fucking Grimace. I didn't say anything about fucking Grimace. And I said that I took the story away because I'm like Macaulay Culkin and Pagemaster. I'm a little storyteller, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's why I was trying to connect that with. And what are you so fucking hyped up? By the time this comes out, the fucking Grimace Shake meme is going to be done. So you better make this fucking nice and sweet, dude. You better make this memorable. So what is this? What the hell is this? Why even put the vitamin D up there if there's none?
That's what, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? We got to be sure to let
required
people know
to tell you that this shit is bad for you.
There's no vitamin D in this. We got to let the people know,
bro.
All right?
Calcium. Yo, it's got calcium.
You'd be a fucking trip as if you did the Grimace Shake with Sunny D to get the vitamin D up.
Yeah.
That'd be a nightmare cocktail, dude.
Yeah,
that'd be like that syrup thing. Well, you haven't seen. Never mind. No one's even gonna know my reference.
No, man. Don't you get vitamin D like just by standing in the sun?
Yeah, but us Grimace Shake enjoyers, we don't really do that too often.
But I think that's the prescription. You just get a Grimace Shake, and then they want you to like hang out at the bus stop to get your vitamin D.
Isn't Grimace supposed to be a chicken nugget? Isn't that his whole thing?
Yeah.
Grimace is a fucking interesting character, dude. People keep doing these memes online. I keep getting tagged in this. They're like,
oh, dude, me can you better do something on the Grimace Shake.
Bro, I've already fucking done it. 1, hey, already happened. And then 2, all people have been doing is they just chug the Grimace Shake. And people are like, I am literally terrified by this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know what's fucking also scary? Why don't you watch any grown man sit in a morbidly obese man sit in a Sonic drive-thru and drink a fucking Route 44 cherry limeade and take down 6 burgers. That's diabetes. Like, that's the real fear that you're fearing. It's diabetes in action. Why don't you watch that and try to tell me that isn't some fucking nightmare fuel, dude? That's what I'm saying.
Dude, you know what's also really funny about that? It's all like these like young people that are in shape. Like they're
they're like, oh my god, this is wacky.
Yeah, isn't it? How quirky is it that you would like actually drink this?
If you had a big fat fatty do it, they'd just be like, wow, so this is how they eat. This is crazy. Wow, I'm so glad I'm not like this.
Isn't that? Yeah, that is really wild, man. If you started drinking one of these on camera, you would just be the representative for the thick folks. They'd be like, oh,
I'd be down. You know what you should do though is you'd be an even better Grimace video is if you had it's like your fat older brother and I can play him right and you're the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
You're the young little boy. You'd have to shave.
Okay.
And then I would sit there and the thing it'd be like a little POV thing. And
is this another Call Me By Your Name thing? You want like a young boy and you get to be the older brother?
It is. It's a continuation. I spread your legs open and I have my way. No, I kick down the fucking door and I come in and I'm crazed. My eyes are like jaundice eyes, except they're purple. And I'm just like, you gotta try this. It's so good. And if somebody's force feeding you the Grimace Shake and it's like a weird infection thing where it's like you're slowly becoming a grimace, like all my hair is purple, like my beard is purple, my hair is fucking purple. And I'm sitting there, my skin's all fucking blotchy and it's like, it kind of looks like I have eczema, except it's like all purpley and shit. And I'm just like, you gotta try this, dude. It's a real treat. And I'm trying to force you with that. Now that would be fucked. Yeah. That'd be awesome. Now that would be a nice little, that'd be a video I would want to watch.
Shit. Yeah. Just, is Grimace Guantanamo. These kind of people just tied up to wooden boards on the back of their head.
Yeah, just sitting there getting poured like high C orange and Grimace shakes. You're just like, blindfolded. Help! Help!
Where is President Putin? I don't know. Put the towel over his face.
I don't know. Leave me alone. That's me trying to do I don't know if that sounded Russian or not. That's me trying to do Russian.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we want to take a quick break to thank today's sponsor for this episode, Liquid IV. Listen, I need water to live. I need water to function. Without water, I am death. I love Liquid IV.
Liquid IV, the #1 powered hydration brand in America, is now available and sugar-free. Years in the making. Hydration Multiplier Sugar-Free uses a proprietary zero-sugar hydration solution with no artificial sweeteners. With 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness, Liquid IV hydrates 2 times faster than water alone. Keep your daily routine exciting with 3 new flavors: white peach, green grape, and lemon lime.
Liquid IV is wonderful. Not only does it make drinking water more enjoyable, it also makes me feel great and is easy to use even while on the go.
Wow.
They have delicious flavors like green grape and white peach.
Wow.
Liquid IV is great for you, too. With no artificial sweeteners and 0 sugar, and a proprietary amino acid allulose blend for a sweet taste without the calories or raised blood glucose levels you get from sugar.
It contains 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Plus, it's non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Liquid IV believes that equitable access to clean and abundant water is the foundation of a healthier world. They partner with leading organizations to fund and foster innovative solutions that help communities protect both their water and their futures. To date, Liquid IV has donated over 39 million servings in over 50 countries around the world.
Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Now sugar-free. Grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco or get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code STRETCH at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code STRETCH at liquidiv.com. Do you think there's that much allegiance with Russian people? Do you think they just be like, he's at Walmart? Will they just tell you, he's at the Walmart?
I don't think they know.
Is Walmart even in any countries outside of the United States, or is it just the United States?
I know in the UK they got Asda, which is like Walmart.
Asda. Is it fancy? Is it nicer than Walmart?
I think it's about the same, honestly. But I think the UK and Europe, they generally have better quality on things. So yeah, probably nicer. I would say nicer.
I see.
Yeah, dude.
I see. You know what Walmart's got to do? They got to step up their game, because you know how many people I don't know if this translates to LA, but in the Midwest, people think Target is fancy for clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, bro, we're wrong.
Look at that, 550,000 associates. Well, okay, so those aren't Walmart. Those are just like, oh, these are just like we own this company or whatever.
Yeah.
back to the Grimace deal. Ovi's freaking out. She's clicking around. Oh God.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's the Walmart statistic at? Oh my God. People,
yo, hey, what if as we were sitting here, she was just pulling up more and more like nutritional information about everything you ate today? You're like, yo, what the fuck? It's just like,
how did you know this? How did you know I ate this? More than 5,100 retail units, approximately 550,000 associates around the world. Okay.
The world.
What does associates mean, though, in that grand scheme of things? Just a lot of friends around the world.
Yeah, they just have a nice network of associates. Does Walmart work internationally? Does it?
Walmart, retail, commercial.
24
countries around the world. What?
Yo, what foreign countries are Walmart in? I gotta
unique
know that now.
Cultural, economic, social, and political. Yeah, I just can't. I can't imagine rolling up to Spain and there's a fucking Walmart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
because you can't, because that's the little known fact too about Spain. You can't fly in. You have to sail. You have to sail in.
There we go.
Wholesale in India. Oh, okay, wholesale. So it's probably fucking Sam's Club.
And has wholly owned operations in Chile, Canada, and South Africa. Can you really say worldwide if you're only on really like one side?
You're basically covering the globe. At that point, you're 360 around the globe at that point.
Yo, look at this. Right? Walmart failed in Germany and eventually in the EU due to a variety of factors, including the ability to adapt to German retail market conditions, lack of competitive prices against garment stores. What does that mean? Retail
they
market.
Probably failed the fucking Target with the garments.
Yeah.
They don't have that good swag. You can't fucking Tyler Blevins ninja swag probably isn't doing too well in Germany, dude.
No, I would say not. That doesn't actually, maybe in like Berlin, they go crazy there. But
do they go crazy for esports?
Not esports, but I think they're just a very open
yeah, they're very open. They're just like, oh, Tyler Blevins ninja merch is so dope. This is pretty swag, actually, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, they're they're willing to see all sides of the coin.
I've done about four different cultural accents, by the way. Also,
yeah, no, I'm just letting you run it up.
I'm showing how diverse I am with voice acting, how universally applicable I can be in these situations. I'm like a shadow. You can just throw me anywhere and I'll fit, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just gotta be really strong to throw the shadow. But other than that,
I'm a little chameleon, dude. I'm a little round, pompous chameleon, slithering around.
All right, man.
Give me an accent to do.
I was about to say Japanese.
Give me an accent and I'll do it. Japanese. Did you say Japanese?
I said Japanese. Hunter?
Did you hear it? I think my mic cut it out. Well, it's recorded on my end.
The fuck?
I don't know why. I think my thing cut out. Hello?
Sorry. Ollie just went fucking insane. Hold on. Okay. I think we're okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. That threw me off. Do your Japanese accent one more time? One more time?
It cut out. I think it just keeps cutting out. I don't know what's going on with that.
That's weird. Oh. I thought your Japanese impression was you just being quiet and respectful.
No. It's very loud and abrasive. It's that one that you did. You were the one who did it, and I kind of just copy yours.
Nah, see, that's the one I learned from you.
No, because remember we went to Best Buy, and you were like screaming and yelling all those things, and I thought it was a bit distasteful, but I've used that as reference.
Oh, no, I was just kind of like, I was trying to recall that joke you told me. You were like an African, a Japanese person, and a Mexican person walk into a bar, and you did all of their accents very culturally appropriately. It was like bang on. It was... you were like 100% accurate with the dialect and everything. It was to a T. It was each race to a T. You did.
Well, I mean, I don't want to, and I appreciate that, but I don't want to take credit where credit is due because you do it so fluidly and so openly and so unapologetically That's how I'm able to source these things. You know, I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't through watching you as if you're like a father figure and I'm learning from you. I'm a byproduct of you, you know, especially like how you say Sony and you say PlayStation around your house and you do all these funny faces and stuff. And like, I'm not the person to do it because that's not me, but you do it so good. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I'm just, I learn from the best. Well, yo, man, I mean.
Ovi, so help me God. If this is cut.
Yeah, actually, no, you're right.
I will rain down a hellfire.
We should include Hunter's impersonation of Eddie Murphy that he just did right there. I mean, he teased it last episode. He made it sound so good. And I didn't believe it, but the way he just did that right now was fucking.
It's true. It was very good. I hope that you keep all of it. Keep everything. People want the Hunter cut. I think it's true. I see it all the time. People say, stop censoring this man. Let us judge him ourselves. Sure. What if we found out that people love to laugh, Noel? What if we found that out?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Because you know what? I think that you do a good job about this. You know, you've really grounded me as a man, right?
Yeah.
You've grounded me in the idea that, you know what? Some people, they won't like what we say.
Yeah.
Right? You have a good beacon. You have a nice heart, I would say. Actually, legitimately, out of all the people I know in my life, you have a very kind soul and you're very considerate to others.
Wow.
And that is something that I don't have very well.
Sure.
Right? Selfishly and ignorantly. And you bring me back. But I think at the same time, I'm
we
like
should
the
make
hunch.
fun of Japanese people. That's what you want to do.
If it calls for it, Noel, and you have to do your
said
classic,
you were like, Japanese people are the ones
that
need to be made fun of the most.
Hey, that's what you said to me because you made me say that. You were at knife point in your house. And if you feel adamant and that's your creative direction, I will follow you into the fires, my friend. But let me tell you something. I'm like the hunchback.
All the Japanese listeners right now, go ahead and message Hunter and say, I want to see that impression.
Absolutely. And I will direct you to the private videos I have on my phone of Noel in Toronto, where he's at a tech conference. I will tell you all the things you need to know. I will send you everything, and I will be glad to mirror it. And I'm like, you're Frodo and I'm Sam, dude. I will follow you to the ends of the earth and cast the ring into the fire myself. But I was going to say, I'm like Quasimodo, where I'm the hunchback, dude. I'm the freak. But you know what? Judge me for who I am, not the characteristics of my features. So let people judge the context of my character. And you know what? If they throw tomatoes at me and people cast me out, then I understand. But let me grow as a man and let me be honest to our fabulous honest audience, who I love. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Manscaped. With summer here in full swing, I want to take a second to talk about self-care. When it comes to making an impression, proper grooming is essential to looking and feeling your best when you walk into a room.
That's why the sponsors of today's show, Manscaped, are committed to helping men around the world walk and talk with some swagger this summer with the best grooming tools on the market. Have him join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, a trademark company, and enjoy this offer, 20% off plus free shipping with the code STRETCH at manscaped.com. For the sleekest version of yourself, Manscaped has you covered from head to toe, starting with their brand new Beard Hedger Trimmer. With 1 guard and 20 adjustable lengths, this device is the perfect travel companion to take care of your mane wherever you are.
Next in line, who can forget about their signature performance package 4.0?
Oh my God.
I know. This includes the Lawnmower 4.0, equipped with skin-safe technology to minimize nicks and cuts in all your sensitive areas, like your cock and balls, as well as their Crop Preserver Groin Deodorant and Crop Reviver Groin Spray for your taint.
Yeah. Amazing stuff. Manscaped, a trademark company, supports Stretch and Fade so much they provided an exclusive offer for our listeners. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code STRETCH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code STRETCH. Feel like yourself again and take charge of your life with Manscaped, a trademark company. Real quick, did Esmeralda ever fall in love with Quasi?
No, I always thought some hand action happened in the movie, but it didn't happen. I thought they actually literally put that in the cartoon. He was like, "What?" And they sat there, and she fucking gave him a little like silent jerk one time. She's like, "Shh, just ring the bells, Quasi, ring the bells."
Dang.
Like, oh God, that's a fucking sad. That's a great movie, actually.
Yeah, Hunchback.
Oh, dude, what a great one. You do want Quasimodo to get some pussy by the end of the movie, but it doesn't happen. It's true. You're rooting for it the whole time.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
at the end of the day, the fucking, you don't blame Esmeralda for going off with the chisel jaw guy, but at the same time, you're just like, when can our boy get his? And like, he's been fighting so hard this whole time. Does he not deserve love? Is what I say.
Yeah. You think,
Let's see. Or go ahead.
You think if Quasi, you know how there's that whole thing on where people just take a picture of a childhood cartoon and they say, yo, why he kinda, what if they took
like,
Quasi's
why is he
head?
hot or whatever?
Yeah, but they don't say it. They're like, yo, why he kinda
like the Riz. The kids say the Riz these days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What if they put Quasi's head, his mantis head on just a generic body, not even a sexualized body,
It wouldn't work, dude. I think he has a sexual body as it is. He's got those big lumberjack forearms. I tell you what I think people would get excited about, men and women, right? Because whichever way you swing, I think they're going to see those big fucking sausages of those hands. They're going to be like, guess what? Hey, they're going to hear some dinner bells ring, and they're saying, hey, dinner is served.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? You know what? Quasi just needs to leave Europe. Because Quasi,
he would do very well in the South.
I was
he
about
would do
to say,
extremely
in the
well
South and the Midwest, that boy's at 8.
Yeah,
that boy's at 8.
They're like, oh my God, look at you. You're beautiful.
He's like, oui. That's what he says. Oui. He does that. And the next thing you know, I mean, he's doing a little taco tickle every other day of the week, dude. With those big, gigantic fucking fingers, dude.
Hey, you know what? I'm looking at him right now. His hair is lush, man.
Dude, he's a good-looking guy.
This
he has
is
some fuck teeth. But at the same time, that's that European charm where if he took that over to the States, I think he would do well. You could have fuck teeth. You can have like the fucking little like shark jaw. You know what I mean?
Does he have an accent? I forget.
Oh, that. Hello.
It's like that?
Yeah. Oh, I believe both. It sounds like.
Let me say this, man. If Quasi had like a deep like, how are you? You're right.
If he sounded like Chris Hemsworth or something.
You're right.
Yeah. Oi. Wee.
Oh man.
He sounded like one of the Peaky Blinders. Oi.
He'd be a 9. Easy.
He probably would do pretty well. If he sounded like, what's the Count's name in that movie? Drago or something? What is that?
Ivan Drago in that fucking
No. It's the guy who's like the priest in the movie. Ovi, do you know what I'm talking about? Victor. Who the fuck is the guy? It's the big like dude who's just like,
Quasimodo, you will never get any pussy or boy butt ever.
Yeah, I think that's actually like a direct quote from the top of the film. I think it's like
that's exactly it. Yeah, Disney's just like doing the fucking like Mickey, the Mickey Mouse like ear thing that they used to do on Disney XD, whatever.
You're watching Disney XD.
Quasimodo Esmeralda. Jason Alexander's one of the fucking. Oh, there you go.
He's Hugo.
What's his name? Frollo. That's his name. Frollo. That's the guy's name. I'm pretty sure. Frollo was the guy who's like the old guy. He kind of has like an Alan Rickman vibe to him.
Yeah, maybe search Frollo. Let's see what that guy looks like.
He's like the lanky. Yeah, this dude. He's the guy who's like,
Quasimodo, you're disgusting and you'll never get any pussy ever.
Dude,
is what he says. But if he sounded like Frollo, he would clean up. Like he would. That boy would eat. Yeah. That boy would eat. I'm telling you. Even Frollo's kind of a bit of a sexy little minx, isn't he?
Yeah, as evil as he is.
Yeah, he's got like a dope hat. And he has the best song in the whole movie. So, what do you do?
I'm always impressed with how much you remember films. Don't remember a fucking lick from this film.
The biggest thing I remember from this movie is whenever it's the cruelest moment of any Disney film, is they're carrying him around because they're like, oh, you got such a big dick, Quasimodo. Look at you. You're a great little bloke. And he's sitting there and he's like, yay! And they take him to that fucking wheel and they start throwing tomatoes at him and shit.
Yeah,
It's the saddest moment of any. It's probably, I would say it's arguably more sad than when Mufasa dies in Lion King.
Yeah. No, because I remember watching this film as a kid and just my cousins were super hyped to watch it. Super geeked. And I remember, this scene.
This is how I feel suppressed on this podcast. If you had any visual to give of how I feel in this podcast, that's me. That's literally me, this podcast. That's me having to listen to Noel do a Japanese accent for 4.5 hours. That's Alina getting ready to cut me open and like set me free. Run!
Dude, yeah, I remember feeling this shit is like this movie was so visceral and brutal, and my cousins were just egging it on, like, yeah,
fuck that freak.
yeah.
Yeah, good. He's gross, yucky. Throw more tomatoes at him. Yeah,
everyone walking out of the theater. Oh man, what a great film! I love when they took that fucking ugly little bastard and they just tied him up and shoved him full of fruit and vegetables.
Here's the moral of the story, sweetheart. If you're different, you're gonna get left behind. Fit into the crowd and bully anybody who's different from you.
All the ugly kids in the audience, like, what? They fucking tie up all the ugly kids and all the fat little porkers in the audience. Start throwing popcorns and milk duds at him and shit.
He's just like Quasimodo. Kill him.
That'd be fucking intense. I wonder if anything like that happened in any of the theaters.
Oh yeah, where they just got all riled up.
There's like the theater full of normal children. There's like one little porker in the middle, and he's kind of glancing left and right because he can feel everybody looking at him. They're like, we're gonna get that little motherfucker. That's what I say to him. That would be awesome, dude. That'd be fucking crazy.
Bro,
A local boy gets terrorized in the Hunchback of Notre Dame screening this weekend.
Dude, while he's sitting in the theater, every time like the animation like lights up, like it's a bright screen, he just looks to his left, and the whole row in the theater is just looking at him, like
right at him, and it's flashing. It's flashing. It's like one of those bright scenes where you can see the whole theater, and then it goes dark for a second. It flashes open again, and they're like a little closer. He's like, I was actually going to ask you. I had a question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
I did have a question. If Netflix approached you to do an Untold story, would you do it? Because I see they're giving it to anybody. They're giving it to Jake Paul right now, and he's naked on the cover of it. He looks like a fucking. I don't know, why does he have to be naked? I don't get it. I guess it's because it's like he's so bare. Yeah. Look how open he is, but it just makes him look like
he is.
Would you do an Untold Netflix thing?
This is how I got here.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
And I'd make up the whole thing. I'd just lie.
How would you back? I'm pretty sure they like look for proof and stuff and like photos. Would you just Photoshop? Would you manipulate it?
Yeah. I'd take all of my available resources and I would con them into a story that never happened. I'd hire actors. I would, the whole nine. The whole nine.
You know what I like about that too is that you're definitely getting sued. At the end of this, they're definitely going to be like, okay, well, we're suing you for lying and just like basically fucking over our platform.
And then I do a YouTube video like how I fooled Netflix.
Yeah, how I fucked over Greg Netflix.
Yeah,
Greg Netflix is he's in his house. He's like, ooh, that Noel Miller.
Yeah,
God damn that Noel Miller.
Yeah, and then I laugh all the way to the bank when I run up my GoFundMe for my legal fund, and then I win.
Big time, easiest win of any court case ever in history.
Slam dunk.
Yeah.
In fact, Netflix owes me money for pain and suffering.
Yeah, he's like, I saw the video of Hunter and Noel doing a price match for various objects, and I don't think he would do something like this. Innocent! And he yells that. It's a great video, by the way. I rewatched that one.
Oh, you liked it?
I love that video. I text you. I text you about almost everything you do and say that I like everything.
No, I know. I really appreciate it because I can't watch myself these days. So it's nice when
it'd be weird if anybody could though, right? I don't like anything. I don't rewatch anything I make, but I be sure every time, especially if I'm good friends with somebody, I always check out what they're doing, new stuff. And even if it's like weird, like if it's anything like not. Why are you laughing, dude? Why the fuck are you laughing?
I thought this was your way of fucking calling me out for not watching my friend's stuff.
Oh, no, I don't. What am I supposed to do? It's not like it's like something where it's like, okay, I watched yours, now you have to watch mine. It's not that. I'm just legitimately curious about what my friends are doing. Like, I'll message me and Philion talk. Philion, you know Philion?
Yeah, the boy.
Philion's a really fucking good guy, but he just like updated his whole YouTube and like how he even does like thumbnails and everything, and it's a fucking slam dunk. It's amazing.
Nice.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
it's great seeing people try new things and shit. I like it. Even like you try a bunch of new shit all the time too.
Thanks, man.
At the same time, I know you have to hit your quota. You know, I get it.
Yeah, it's a weird little dance you have to do. You know, it's funny. I threw on these shallow depth of field lenses, and I was dying laughing because I got a lot of comments equating it to a zoom filter, and now I'm laughing at a generation of people thinking that shallow depth of field is just a zoom filter. Like they watch a movie and they're like, "Why does it look like a Zoom call?"
This is pretty cool. This is an indie movie. They must have filmed this on Zoom. This is just like Moonlight or Tangerine or whatever movie they filmed it with an iPhone. It's like that.
You watched Tangerine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought
It's
it was
awesome.
great. Yeah, that was awesome.
It's really good. So was Moonlight. Both those are great.
Yeah.
That was right when
Call me.
that was like right when A24 started doing like they became like a reputable company, whatever.
Yeah.
Because before that A24 was all propped up on like viral marketing and shit. Like I don't know if you remember their first movie was Spring Breakers. And that was all about like not doing the traditional marketing for movies. It was all about like getting online hype for stuff and like memeable moments. And they kind of did that through the trajectory of like the first one of their films. But as soon as they did like Moonlight and Tangerine, you really saw like the trajectory of like, oh wait, no, they're just making like really good films and shit.
That's interesting. I did not know that about them with Spring Breakers.
Yeah, like especially a lot of their films, even to today, it kind of reflects, but a lot of it's like they kind of had like early on they did like I said, the viral marketing with Spring Breakers and stuff, but then it was all very like neon. So you saw like a lot of like pinks and blues in a lot of their like in a lot of their movies and stuff, which you see that even still in like Moonlight and stuff like that as well. But that became like a kind of like their look and everything. But obviously they've branched away and now they're like obviously making, you know, I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once got like the most awards out of the Oscars. So it's just interesting. But yeah, that was like their big thing was like sexy, new wave, kind of like, you know, director first, all of their creative vision and stuff. So.
Yeah. Did Franco direct Spring Breakers?
No, no, he just did a riff-raff impression that was memeable.
Yeah. That movie even was definitely felt A24-ish, you know?
Well, it kind of introduced the theme, too, that they started doing where it was like, that had like all the Disney girls in it. It's like Vanessa Hudgens, and it was like, oh, but now they're doing blow, and they're sucking cock, and they look sexy, and they're, you know, they're sexualized now, whatever. So they started that thing where it's like, oh, we're going to...
I think that's actually what was in the pitch deck. I think that was the pitch deck.
That literally was in the pitch
Disney
deck.
girls.
That was in the pitch deck.
It was doing blow.
It was this, we're going to take
sucking
these actors who are known for this thing, and we're going to completely flip the role, and we're going to show that. That was the same thing with like this, the Safdie brothers with Good Time. They took Robert Pattinson, and like people were like, oh wait, this dude can actually act. And you know what I mean? It's like you have so many of those role reversals. Even Adam Sandler, which I know he did like Punch Drunk Love back in the day, but I think not a lot of people I don't think know Punch Drunk Love like they know Uncut Gems or whatever. So that became like a trajectory too of like taking actors who are known for this thing, but then having them do the opposite or role reversals kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Which is fun because they can, if someone ever wants to, you know, really shake up their career, that's where they can do it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, especially with like an A24 film where they're so cheaply produced, which that isn't a negative. It's just like it's not like there's tons and tons and tons of risk. Like you're not going to see a $400 million. You won't see a movie that's spending $500 million trying to do any risk at all. They're going to do the safest bet. So that's why A24 films also, I feel like they stand out so much because they're just so drastically different and stuff. And what's weird too is they produce a lot of films. Like you probably haven't seen every A24. They put out more films than like normal, like large, huge studios do, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. They're very, what's the word I'm looking for? Lean. Like they can just kind of keep churning it out, which is,
well, they're just good about, they're good about cultivating talent and like being like, hey, you want to make a fucking movie? We'll give you X amount of money. Because their model at first was a lot like other studios, or basically they were just a distributor, so they would buy the rights to a movie that was already made. But now they're getting into the spot where they're completely making movies and distributing it and all that stuff too. Whatever. No one cares about this stupid shit. Who gives a fuck, dude? Noel, when are you going to get your A24 film? If you had an A24 film, what would it be called?
How I conned Netflix. Nah, I don't know, man.
You want to call yours? Yours would be sleek. It'd be nice and clean. It'd be minimalist. I'd call it Gold Chain.
What would it be about?
It'd be about a guy who's obsessed with, it's like a upper class guy who's obsessed with F1. And his whole thing is he like wants to break in, but he doesn't have the talent. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the whole thing is you going completely psycho. Like I said, I'm trying to make this tailored to you. So you have like a fucking crazed manic thing where you're just like, I can do it. And your wife's just like, I mean, like, why? Like, why would you want to do this? And you're like, I'm going to get on. So you like go and you fucking like strangle one of the drivers on the track and you like dress up and you have the helmet on so they can't tell because you're kind of like probably the same height as a lot of the drivers or whatever. So they don't even know. So you get in the car and you just
and also as attractive and also
as attractive and wealthy and everything. Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
So but the whole thing is that the climax of the movie or the big thing would be that you cause the worst wreck in F1 and it kills the most people and does the most amount of damage, whatever. So because the whole factor of the movie is your want in the movie is to get a legacy or build a name in the F1. And you do end up doing that at the price of killing everybody. So you kind of like, you have like, people call it like the Miller incident or the Noel incident. So it becomes a very infamous thing, like a negative thing that happened. That'd be actually a pretty dope film.
It would. Just get up in there the American way. Just kill everybody.
It's like a thing of building it up, whatever. You're building trust, and maybe you even build trust with like another F1 racer, but you betray that trust later when he's like, you know what? Like you guys have a falling out where he's like, you'll never be a good racer. You know why? Because you're fucking weak in the mind, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And you snap. Yeah. Your character snaps, and then you go and you're like, oh, really? And you fucking strangle him, and you take his identity. It's kind of like a Black Swan moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be cool. Or I'll do a story about a guy from Kansas City.
Oh, I like this. Go ahead.
Who just loves comedy. Is just a massive fan of comedy. He's sitting in his humble home, and for years he's just consuming media and media and media.
Yeah.
And he gets up one day and he's like, I can do this. So he goes to the local theater and he says, I'd like to audition to put on a show. And they say, okay, let's see it. Be here tomorrow at 12. He goes, okay. So you see him, he's getting all dressed up. He's getting ready for his big moment, and he walks out on stage. And he's got his hair slicked back. He's a big guy.
Big guy.
He's
huge.
Standing out there.
Casting a shadow. So big.
And you notice he's barefoot.
Uh-oh.
And the camera starts to travel up, and you see him in some sumo. And he gets to the top of his head, and he's got the sumo bun. He's got his hair in a sumo bun.
Yeah.
And he goes, hi, my name's Hunter. And I'm going to be doing a scene from the Japanese Triumph, a piece written by me.
Thank you. One-man show.
Takes a step back, big breath, and he just proceeds to act out in perfect Japanese. A Japanese sumo wrestler struggling because his wife doesn't believe in his dream. And he's desperately trying to convince her that it's going to work someday.
It will.
And he's trying to show the power and the depth of his performance capability. And it's a film about how cancel culture will not allow this guy to succeed.
Yeah.
In the way that he is capable of doing if just someone could believe in him.
Yeah, where's the belief? Where's the faith? What would the film be called?
It's a film of restoration.
Restoration? Come on, dude. All right, I'm down. Okay, restoration. All right. But I don't think that's the best one for a sumo movie.
No, but it's gonna be your face split down the middle.
Yeah.
In half sumo presentation, half Kansas City presentation. All right, restoration's not good. Restoration. How do we draw people into this? It'll be called Fight Back.
Fight Back's pretty good. It does sound like it sounds like a knockoff of like Pitch Perfect to me. I don't know why. Like it sounds like that sounds like a musical to me. Fight Back. Because I was gonna say
Yeah.
Stomp, but Stomp's also a musical.
Yeah, no, you can't take away from Stomp the Yard either. You know.
Yeah, true.
But I think Fight Back, and it's just this man from Kansas City
Fight back.
going around from comedy club to comedy club,
Who am I-
where everyone's
who am I-
booing him.
Who am I fighting back?
You're fighting back against.
Sounds like easy ride. I mean, I got the show really easily in the movie. All I had to do is ask, "Hey, can I do this?"
Oh no!
Okay.
No! Your show is massively offensive, and no one will book you.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that it's one lucky man sees the vision that I have,
Yeah,
and he gives me
yeah.
a chance.
Yeah, and he tries to take you on a national tour where you just go from club to club, trying to prove to everyone that you got a good show.
Yeah, that this thing, just because it's a little rough around the edges, it's still dynamite. So what if it's like last call, or like
Yeah, last call's good.
tough bet? Something about
Yeah.
like somebody's giving me a shot. One chance.
Yeah.
One chance
Yeah.
could work.
Yeah,
8 Mile. We could just call the movie 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of it's yeah, similar to, I don't think Marshall Mathers will really care if we use 8 Mile as it.
No, 8 Mile is the story of a man from Kansas City trying to convince everyone that he's doing a racially sensitive Japanese.
But you said,
impression.
but to be fair, you also said that I do it perfectly. So I'm speaking fluent Japanese. I mean, it can't be that
Yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's in the vein of
And I thought you were going to go with this angle where it's me doing a horrible Japanese accent, like much that you do, and it's that. But see, the thing is that it's wrong. But the crowds that I'm playing to in the Midwest are so ignorant as well that it's so
they
successful.
think it's right.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like it's a tale of like triumph through humiliation in a way. Like
Yeah.
my character doesn't learn. I thought that's what you're
Yeah.
doing. If I know fluent Japanese, that's a big upgrade for me because I don't know fluent Japanese. So for this film, I have to learn fluent Japanese, which I'm fine doing, or the actor portraying me, I'm guessing is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see this then. Let's say at the box office, if you guys had to choose between Fight Back or Gold Chain, which one would you go see?
I think they're probably seeing Gold Chain, man. I'm striking out today. I'm not feeling the funny today. I'm just not.
I think you're always funny, dude.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Yeah. What's going on, dude? Open up. What's up?
Oh, no, that's for you. You're the one who cries on this show.
It is true. I do like a little Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Yeah, actually, that's more of a snore. Yeah, never mind. It doesn't.
Yeah, that is more of a snore.
What's your day been going on, dude? You a long day, or what's going on? What the fuck's going on
Yeah,
with you?
dude. Man, I'm just a little beat. It was a lot of filming last week. Since I got home, it's just been pretty nonstop.
When do you leave though? Don't you this week too? So you're like also prepping to fucking travel. So it's a lot on your plate right now.
Yeah, I got a little trip to Toronto I got to make. Yeah, going back to technically the motherland.
That's true. It's where you came out of your mom's loose pussy. It opened up. That's just natural.
How do you know, man? You're just making assumptions over here.
Came out of her asshole. Where did you come from? I don't know where you.
I could have came out. I could have came out the stomach.
Could have came out the belly. That's true. You're too tiny though. You don't seem like a C-section baby.
You don't think so?
Were you a C-section baby?
I don't know.
Did they take the fucking ceremonial knife and just stab her stomach and rip her open? If I was a doctor, that's how I would do it. It has to come from your belly. Just like be careful. I just stab the fucking. It's like the sword in Mulan. The guy, that curved blade, whatever. It's like that. I just stab right into the fucking belly.
Right.
We have to save this child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I came out from the C-section, like, what's it called in the military where they, like little
Prairie dogging.
No, when they,
I don't know. That is prairie dogging. I think.
Prairie dogging.
Yeah, prairie dogging for 400, please. No, I don't. I don't know. Are you
laying cable? Is that what it? Nah.
Laying cable sounds good too, though. So what are you? How long are you in Toronto for?
I take a red eye, then good old Cody and I will go do a panel at a conference.
Ooh.
Then I fly home the next day.
God damn, that is a quick flight. That's a quick trip. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna be exhausted.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal.
What is a red eye? Like, is red eye? Is that when it's like between what hours justifies a red eye? Is it midnight to somewhere else? Or
I think it's midnight. Yeah, midnight. I think 11:30 might qualify.
is that the latest that a plane will fly?
Something close to that, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've had a couple red eyes before.
I believe I've had flights at midnight.
A little tech conference, nice deal. You get to go up and do a nice little chat,
Little shit chat.
little shish chat. I'd love to speak at a conference, dude. Not like a meet and greet, but I'd love to go to an industry conference and talk.
Bro, how was VidCon?
It's terrible. I really, and the thing too is, I said this in the last episode that we just put out, and I want to say that the meet and greet was awesome. Everybody I met was phenomenal. Every creator I met was phenomenal. I also got to meet Zach for the first time. I was like trying to figure out where the fuck I was supposed to go, so I think I came off kind of rude, but it was me just trying to be like, I don't know, but I got to meet Zach for the first time, and that was nice. I was trying not to fanboy. But
Zachy P,
the man himself, the myth, the legend.
Nice.
He was at the Snapchat booth, and I got to see him there. It was like a Snapchat party thing. I don't know. It's all these companies throw like the fucking dumbest like little events that are just like so. I just don't know, man. I just can't do that shit very well. I also don't handle creator culture. Like, you see the amount of creators that are in the world, and you're like, this is a crime. Like, it makes you want to step away. Like, just be like, I don't like the kind of like attention that companies give us is so unjustified and so like unworthy. It just makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Which also, I was the worst person dressed. Everybody dressed like they were at the hippest fucking thing. Which also, that's probably just people dressing nice in general, just being like, oh, I'm going out. Because you dress really nice too. Even when you're like casually dressed, you have like, it looks nice.
Thanks.
I had fucking cat and dog hair all over my shit, like fucking basketball shorts from Amazon, walking around in flip-flops.
You rock the fucking basketball shorts heavy.
I want to be comfy, and I'm a big fat piece of shit, so it's the easiest way for me just to be comfy.
No one said that.
But that was all fine. The biggest thing I didn't like was just the atmosphere of it all, like the charades of it all, like the grandiose thing of nothing, of people who don't deserve any of this, no praise or anything at all. These people are worthless. I'm worthless. Everybody there is just a pathetic, worthless piece of shit, and everybody who's visiting that convention deserves so much more with their time and money and effort that it just made me sad. That being said, I also had a cab ride or an Uber ride, and this guy was trying not to fall asleep, and he kept hitting his arm.
Your driver?
Yes, but the thing was, and I swear to God, Noel, this is not an exaggeration. He hit his arm. He'd slap his fucking arm really hard, and he'd suck his teeth, and he'd rub his head, and he'd be sweaving, and then he burped 47 times.
Nah.
Not loud like brrr, but he'd be like.
It's like a.
It was like acid reflux. Like, I thought he was going to throw up. It's like that kind of burp where you're like 47 times. I counted it. You can ask my editor. We were in the Uber together, and I was like, do you hear him burping? He's like, yeah. And he would do 47 times. Which, granted, to be fair, I was in the car for an hour and a half because I had to travel 7 miles in LA, So that was fun. But yeah, I thought that I was going to die because he kept swerving on the road, and I was like, I'm going to die in a fucking Honda Accord. Like, how
are you in that situation when did you feel compelled to say anything, or did you just sit there and clutch your pearls and just hope, dear God, get us there?
Kind of just get us there. I mean, like, it's like a thing, which I always say it's a Midwest thing. It's like, you don't want to be an inconvenience at all. I think that's just a human thing. People don't like confrontation.
I think that is a Midwest polite.
It's just the whole thing. Like, I remember when it's the thing too, where it's like people open and close, like people open doors for each other, and people say yes, like thank you, or yes ma'am, yes sir, just like weird old timey polite shit. I find it's like embedded into my brain. Yes ma'am, thank you, appreciate you, that kind of thing, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So this whole thing was just like, I'm not about to be a guy who's just like, dude, buddy, drop me the fuck off. Like, hey, I feel like I'm going to die. I wouldn't say that. I would just kind of just casually go into the night if I was to die that way.
Yeah, Alina and I we kind of suffer from that. And sometimes I wish I wasn't that way. When we were in Houston, we were in an Uber to the airport, and this guy was Dude, he would just like jerk the wheel every couple seconds. It's like if the wind caught his car, he'd just freak out and kind of wiggle it. And I was just sitting there like, I wish I had some type of confidence to be like, hey man, stop it, you know?
Yeah. It's always, it's weird too, because like I'm in their car, they're driving me around. I'm like hoping that I'm safe in their car with them, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, in a way, I don't want to make like maybe some fucking mentally unhinged man just like freak out, desert the wheel and dive in the back seat of the car on the LA freeway and fucking start attacking me. And we all just go into a fiery inferno, whatever. So I don't know.
As it happens in LA.
It does happen. It does happen in LA.
Actually, dude, that is the one thing that's so funny to me about LA is the sheer amount of times I've driven past someone with the hood of their car open and like just fire emitting from the battery, and they're just like whacking it with their shirt.
Yeah.
And the whole freeway is just fucking just prowling by
they don't,
20 miles an hour.
Yeah, they don't really
just,
give a shit. They're like, okay, bye. I can't stop.
Good luck, brother.
I've been in traffic for 4 hours. I can't stop now.
I'm going to Pink's Hot Dogs. Move.
I'm going to Pink's Hot Dogs. Yeah, I love it. It's such a great spot. Yeah, I've been in the city for a while. I'm an LA native by this point.
You know, it's hard to make friends, but you know, you find your way.
You'll find your way. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
I'm liking it. I found a bar in Burbank. They allow cats and board games, so that's been pretty cool. That's been kind of my jam. The city's been a little bit more expensive, so I moved all the way out to Riverside. But you know, I work in West Hollywood, and it's okay. The drive's only like 4 hours a day. It's like
it's easy.
And that's just there.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It makes it easy.
People complain about the drive. I don't really understand. You know, you just throw on a podcast or 2 or 4 or 6, and you know, you're just there and back.
Yeah. You watch a season of your favorite show to work, and then another season, or you rewatch the season, so you remember what happened on the way back home, which is really fun. Yeah,
that shit is so funny to me about corporate jobs. But when people just gaslight themselves into liking it, they're like, "No, this is good."
I think it's one of those.
I like.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like, I think it's like, am I just going to be hopeless, or am I just going to try to make the best of the situation? My wife would freak the fuck out driving home from Nike when we lived in Portland, because it was in Beaverton, which is like a town over.
Yeah,
but the traffic was so bad that she'd be like. Because the worst thing you can do if you are a person commuting to work is, and I fell into this trap too, is you start calculating how much of your day you're wasting sitting in traffic.
Yep.
So like, it's an hour here and an hour back. So really, I'm like, you know, I'm only blah, blah, blah. And you're doing all these like timetables. That's how you actually fucking mentally cave in and destroy yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my buddies, I like referred all my friends to come work with me at this call center, and we would carpool to work every morning. And it was just so funny that like group misery we would experience. We'd all just like climb into my Honda Civic, and we'd just be like, okay, time to fucking just get bent by this, by the fucking 405 today. And we just be in there.
Just quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fucking most, like, no one says a fucking word. Everyone's just like introspection, looking out of the windows.
Yep.
It's like almost, it looks like a fucking, like, it looks like a car full of people going to a funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like we all just signed up for like to go to Afghanistan or something. And we just thought about our decision.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, wait, that's probably not the best.
And I'm not saying a call center is like going to Afghanistan. I'm saying
I would say
the
that.
dread.
I'm gonna say that going to be employed at a call center is like fighting in Afghanistan. I would say that's the same mental level of fucking.
No, dude. I would say doing stand-up comedy is probably the same as being a Green Beret.
Yeah, I would say.
I think it holds the same honor.
Being a stand-up comedy and getting to travel the world and do that for a living is the same as being a shell-shocked veteran who served 7 years in the service. Yeah.
I honestly think it's on par with at least anyone that's been awarded medals due to combat. You know, I think you're kind of standing up to the same beast. You're standing up to the same demon. It's just that
the same tyranny. I agree.
Yeah,
it's the same mental hurdle. Do you hear those? Do you hear those dinner bells ringing, Noel? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
What's that?
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
What's that?
I think it's about time for us to say goodbye to our lovely listeners and head off to the dinner bells.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is. Sadly,
It's a tight schedule. We got to make sure that we're fucking getting fed up and we're hitting our jobs. But god damn it, if it wasn't lovely sitting down and chatting with not only you but our lovely audience.
yeah. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hunter, as always, you're hilarious, man. Folks, we're cooking up some good ideas for the show. We're very excited. That in-person episode was fucking awesome. And,
Yeah, I saw people saying that they liked the set too. I think the curtains are great. It's so simple, but so elegant. I do think I want to get a gold suit. If we keep going with that color, I'm going to get a nice.
yeah.
I'm going to get a nice gold suit with a white lapel. It'll be very, very, very tasteful.
Let's match, dude. Let's match. Let's look like. What is that fucking? What was that old Love Island type TV show where they brought the contestants in on an airplane and they had that little person with another guy, and they'd be in those white suits.
I don't know. I've never heard of that. It sounds like a sex tape in my dad's closet, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
We got to get. You know what we should do too? If we do the curtains thing, is we got to get rid of the other mics. And we got to get that nice Bob Barker, the Bob Barker mic from Price is Right, where it's skinny and long, and he holds it really far down, and it's like very, very, very long. I want to get a Bob Barker mic. Ovi, make that happen. Bob Barker mic. Look into it.
Hold on, I'm looking up real quick this reference. Yeah, I'm talking about Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island. There's a little what?
Yeah, it's like this little guy is a little person.
It's a little guy as a little person. Wait, this is fucking. Oh no, 1978. Okay, so they redid it in 2021. Okay. Oh yeah, look at this.
Man. Yeah, that's.
Oh, dude. I do. I look like the little guy. I like that. You're the other guy. So that guy to the left, actually, he's awesome. I forgot what the actor's name is, but that guy to the left is awesome. He was in Naked Gun, but he was also the grandpa in Spy Kids, and he fucking rules. He's really, really funny in Naked Gun, though. I love that actor.
Well, this would be us, dude.
I like it. Like it.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.